Well, hello, fellow furries. I just want to get started, of course, by promoting the Discord again. We are now over 80 members, and as I said in my short, we now have exclusive content for booster members. That's people who spend at least $5 to help develop the server. None of that money goes to me. It all goes to help develop the server so far. We have 5 boosters, and also my mods can see the exclusive content. And that means that in March, you'll get to see my fursuit for Chance, my full body fursuit, before anyone else. So you still got time to join. We do also have exclusive content, like we've had some exclusive art, and I've also had some updates. Like a couple of days ago, I showed some fur, which that will be shown publicly probably tonight. But isn't that kind of exciting? I've got my full body fursuit. I went for a redo of the duct tape dummy by the maker, who is Average Fish Studios. Average Fish is the one who made Photo Shoot's fursuit. And there was a bit of an understanding. One fish was very nice about this. She understood I needed something that was a little less expensive and would be done in time for Apocalypse. So this fursuit will make its public premiere at Furcation Land. Sorry, not for Apocalypse, Furcation Land in April. But it'll be done sometime in March, so if you want to see it early, go check it out. I did not have a fursuit event this week. However, I am planning on a fursuit event next week. There is the Zootopia 2 meet that is on Saturday night, but I'm actually going to probably go to a holiday meet in New Hampshire and then do their meet either in New Hampshire or on Connecticut instead of the Rhode Island first meet. And they understand. They know I've been going out to other events. I talked to Leader already. He's okay with that. Something I'm planning on. That way we can get one more fursuit video or a couple more fursuit videos before I start skiing. Speaking of which, as for Vacation Land, though, to finish that, I did end up getting an Airbnb near the con. It was a couple $100. Honestly, it looks pretty good. The person is aware of Vacation Land. So I'm kind of shocked how cheap I got it for. So that's going to be great because I will have an Airbnb. I will be right near the con. Parking is going to be expensive, but for all the money I saved on the hotel, definitely worth it. And then, as I said, Anthem New England. It's going to be great to get to meet some of the Discord members, like Diego and Peter Britton. Can't name all their names up here, but I know there are other ones who, unfortunately, I didn't get to meet at Apocalypse because we didn't plan things that we are planning to meet up at Anthem New England. Really, I always said for Apocalypse was a warm-up con. Anthem New England, I'm going full force. So, speaking about the Discord, we have actually, as I said in the short, I do have to thank my moderation team. They've been doing great. I've been able to take a step back from a server and focus on my personal life, getting a new job and stuff like that, because we do now have 24-hour moderation. We've had 2 cases where one of them just came in with a spam bot. One of them, they were anti-first. They were out. They were out. It is a safe place. It is a safe server. It is 13 plus for now, so there are a couple 13-year-olds. All mods are 18 plus though. The administrator is 16, or they just turned 17, but that's because he's really knowledgeable about Discord, and he is not a mod. So one thing that I have actually noticed in the Discord server are other new furries who maybe made a connection with me because I am too a new furries asking for new content. That's actually why one of the options for the 1,000 subscriber video was advice for a new furry. I do plan to make that video. I've talked with them. I plan to make the advice for new furries video after Anthem New England sometime in January. The one that won the poll is the backstory of Chance. I am writing the backstory of Chance right now. And Shadow. It's also Shadow's backstory. I'm about halfway done. I have actually shown a bit of the story to the people who are server boosters only, so they have a little bit of tease about what's coming up. It's really exciting. We're only 40 subscribers away, so it's not going to be that long until you finally learn the story of Shadow and Chance. So, right now I will say this. It's great to have server boosters building up the server, but this is still all for fun for me. It's not a job yet. I'm not looking to make any money off of this yet. All the boosts go directly to the server. I can't even touch the money at all. Not that I want to. It's really to help get the server to the final level, which is level 3. I've noticed that level 2, when I stream, me editing videos and people come in and watch me, quad is actually pretty good. Level 3 will be a little better, but... And then after that, there are additional unlockables. Level 3 is by far the hardest to get, but we've already had a couple people from that short come in and boost us up. So it's amazing to see people join this server, grow this server, and honestly, what I can do to help people, just like Finn the Panther or Skykes would. And I remember Skykes' server started out really small too. Mine's growing fast, and I'm loving that. So some other things, I have actually returned to VR chat. It's great to return to VR chat because I now have stories to tell from being a furry. When I was in VR chat, it was about the first month, and I didn't have any stories to tell. Now, I can actually make connections. I have more confidence. I'll look for the time to enter a conversation and actually enter that conversation. Plus, I have fursuiting stories. I have stories about challenges now. All the ones I've talked about in these videos. To actually make connections with furries. And yes, I do have, currently in the progress, and again, the boosters have seen it, a 3D avatar. It's based on the Winterpaw base model, but it's going to be retextured to my color to Chance. And the name has been changed to Chance on the chat VR. But that's going to be great. It's going to be uploaded sometime later this week. So there were some scams. Some scammers contacted me. Thankfully, I have gotten better at that. The one scammer who I did pay, I paid via goods and services, so I'll get that money back in a couple of days, thankfully. But the one I've got making it right now, they're actually a trusted artist from the Winterpaw server, and it's going to be great. Plus, they're also going to do the upload to my account. As far as the job update goes, I have had a couple more interviews. I don't want to focus too much on that, but I'm more confident now about the job. I am more focused on getting that. And as I've always said, the savings really does cover me, which is why I did decide to go ahead and pay for the first half of the commissioned fursuit, which honestly, it does make me feel better. I know some people might say it's just a fursuit. It's not just a fursuit for me. It is a chance to get to essentially be Chance. Chance is my true persona. I love Shadow. I've made a connection with Shadow. But as you'll see when I post my story, Shadow is meant to be the guide. He's meant to be the alpha of the pack. Chance is meant to be the person, similar to me, who is just starting out, who still needs guidance, but is taking the risk and is learning. And we'll move forward, and someday he'll be just as good as Shadow. That's why I really connect with him. Because I am still a new furry, but I joined the fandom to go full, and I went full blast. And his story really is about joining a pack and becoming a member of the pack and forming bonds, which is the whole reason I joined the fandom. Skykes just made a video about why people join the fandom. That's my reason. Making bonds, making friends. That's why I have the Discord server. I'm so excited to go to Fur Meets and meet people. It's why I'm going to choose the holiday meet over the Zootopia 2 meet. So, the other thing is, this has had some negative impact on my real life. As I said, I did choose this over band. Really, I think that was sort of more of a... I don't want to focus too much on that, because this video, I want to keep it very positive. But I will be in their Christmas concert. I had a little bit of an issue this week because I actually forgot my meds when I went there, but they won't rehearse this week because of Thanksgiving. But I'll be there at the dress rehearsal. I'll be there at their concert. And honestly, I do have more confidence than the first concert that I had with them. I do think that band is going a little better this concert. And that'll go better in the spring, obviously. As far as the medical goes, that's actually going fine. One of the things I did recently was... I said something was annoying, but I don't remember what that is. So let's skip to TikTok. Oh my goodness. How did I have a 100,000 like TikTok and then the next week a 200,000 like TikTok? And honestly, he's in my server now. He says we're going for either 300,000 or 250,000 tomorrow night. He'll be there at the start, so if you want to see something fun, why don't you join up the TikTok live stream? That's something I'm going to be doing weekly. I'm not quite ready, even though he's a reliable moderator, I'm not quite ready to do more than one TikTok live stream. Just like I'm not ready to do more than this. But this has honestly been going really well, so I'm going to keep going. One thing I will say is, now that I made such a connection with Chance just won't let me be negative anymore. Whenever I start to get in a bad attitude, I just remember Chance. He's like, you just started. You're facing challenges. Of course you are. But you're going to come out the other side stronger. Now, I just have to remember that. I will come out stronger. I did want to do this, and I still do. That's the other thing. I still want to do this. I will go into religion just a little bit tonight, because I did kind of talk to God about this. I was having a hard time tonight, a little bit of a challenge, and I did kind of talk to him like, why did you do this? Why did you have me enter the fandom? And I honestly think that the answer that came out was, and I've said this before, I kind of lost myself. So ironically enough, the fact that I lost myself means I lost who God wanted me to be. All this stress, it pushed me away from the man he made me as, and the furry fandom, making me rediscover who I really am, actually makes me discover who God made me. So, every time I give him a chance to pull me out of the fandom, he just pushes me right back in. So I'm grateful to him about that's all I'm going to talk about for religion. But it is just kind of a proof that for me, if anything, religion is not bad. It's more reason to actually stay in the fandom, if nothing else. So, you may have noticed, or you may not have noticed, but Shadow actually showed up on the recommended page for YouTube. The Check Out These Furries page, Shadow was on there. Someone pointed it out to me. I was like, what? I'm getting that good that I'm on the recommended page for furries now. This has truly become more than just something fun for me. It has become a part of my life. Which is why, despite some people telling me I should not get the full bodysuit because of my financial situation, I honestly went ahead and did it anyway, because I feel like it could be a part of me, a tool that could make me better, and something I really, truly wanted. Just like when I was skiing, I feel like it's going to be a great way to rediscover myself, get some stress out, essentially improve my life as it always has, and that's why I still went with it, despite my situation. That plus I do have a lot of money in savings, so cover my butt. I also did it on a credit line, so it will be broken up into smaller payments. So I will say that one thing, talking about that, is that the excitement of this has kind of been dampened by, well, I don't want to say me so much as the me that has been having problems. And I can't let that happen. Chance is getting a lot stronger, and so is Shadow, in basically telling that part of me that has doubts, no, stop. You know, we're the real you. Focus on us. Get out of here, you know? So I will say that getting more furry has actually helped me rediscover myself, and all these doubts I have, they're getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So all this like negativity getting replaced by positivity, it's working. So one thing I will say is I discovered a way to still stay furry while skiing, and that is, as I said, I got a VR avatar. I'm going to be in VR chat a lot. I'll go skiing during the day, and at night when I get home, I'll have my Quest 3 with me. I did get Quest compatibility on my avatar, so I'll hop into VR chat and spend a couple of hours in there. It's kind of like, I wanted to make this comparison last week. I'll make it this week. It's kind of like, did I start out being really good skiing? I'm an expert skier. Did I start out that way? No. That took years for me to get good at skiing, and then even more to become an expert. It's similar here. I just started. If I want to become an expert, then yeah, it's going to take time. Like, even the suit I'm buying, it's not bad. You know, it's not super cheap. I've seen the material. I got the touch of the material. It is great. It's just not a super expensive one, but it's similar to skis. I start out with skis that are good, then move to ones that are great. Then I've never had a professional set, but I've had some really expensive ones. So in the future, yeah, I could definitely end up with a really expensive suit. So this week, I did kind of already talk about it, actually, worked it in, the identity question of who I was. And that was kind of when I was talking to God, and I pretty much already summarized it as these being the real me, and me realizing they are my goal. I need to get back to them, back to the real me. And one thing I will say is the Discord server, the whole reason I have this is I said I was going to delay the new furry video until after Anthicon, but I still feel like I can help others, and that the Discord server has allowed me to do that. To help other people. Not only as a furry, but in other ways. I won't go into details, but there have been a couple of cases where I feel like I've actually been able to help people. As scared as I am to try to help people, I take the chance, I help them, and it makes me feel really good about myself that finally I can actually help other people. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like not only is this helping me, but helping me other people. It just makes me feel really good. The last thing I want to say is that I have realized I still have a lot of work to do. I was actually honestly watching Has Been Hotel. So got one more episode, but I wanted to do this video first. I was watching Has Been Hotel, and ironically enough, it kind of made me realize that I am definitely more fixed than I was a year ago. Sometime before Anthem New England, but after the 1,000 subscriber special, I still want to do that 2024-2025 video where you'll see I've really improved myself. But I realize now there is still a lot more improvement to do. What matters most of all is I was about to say attempt, but I'm determined to succeed and improve in myself. I look back at the videos like the first Super 8 video for Apocalypse, or how I'm, acting a lot more furry now, and I say, I am improving myself. There's no longer try. I'm going to quote Yoda here. There is no try, only do. Or it might be there is no do, only try. But I can succeed. I know that now, and I'm determined to. So, I will see you out there, fellow furries.